What's going on, guys? Welcome to this installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. Thank you so much for joining me today on a vlog that I really wasn't going to film because this is just becoming a really redundant topic with the Aztek. But I figured I might as well do it anyway because it might make for an interesting video. So, we have yet to complete the power steering lines on the Aztek. If you may recall, a recent vlog, we were dealing with the return line, which has been an ongoing issue from the time that I had originally replaced these lines on this yet to be driven 01 Aztek of mine. Ended up ordering the official AC Delco line. It seems to be fitting perfect, absolutely perfect. And that's kind of where we left off, because I come to realize in the previous video that I made about this topic, the sending line seems to not be fitting enough to allow me to put the pump back in its correct place. So I unhooked the sending line and put the pump, fastened it down in its position, and it seems to be fitting a lot better, but I can't get the sending line on. If I take the pump off and put the line back on the pump, then put it back into its place, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit right. It messes up just a little bit. And the lines don't go where they're supposed to go. So, that's where we left off at. I put the pump back on. I was trying to get the line back onto the pump with it in place, and it just wasn't working out. Let me show you guys what has taken place since then. Yep. So in that previous vlog also, I decided to tear apart the washer fluid bottle, the power distribution center, or the under hood fuse box. It's over here. That wasn't so bad. I guess technically all this stuff needs to be torn out when you do an alternator or maybe even the battery, I don't know. But the reason why I had a hard time doing this, train's here. Only reason why I had a hard time doing this to begin with, even when I was tearing this engine apart many vlogs ago, is because of this bar, this brace that goes here. It doesn't come off from here. Somebody did something to that particular bolt, and I don't know what happened, but it won't budge. So luckily it's loose enough to where I was able to, undo it from here and kind of move it over there. I had to disconnect the fuse center first, all but one wire or harness. I just moved it over here carefully. And then you can take the bottom half of the fuse box off, and then you can move it out of the way, because that fuse box, well, yeah, I think it's this part here. It sits on the bar. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Or no, is it like this? I don't even remember now. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna have to replace this. Yeah, because there's the end. It broke off. It's been broken off since I bought the car, I think, but it's supposed to attach over here. I think the bolt's gone too, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to get maybe a new bottom half of that. Anyway, regardless. So all the harnesses I put in plastic in case, it rains. And it's rained. Today's the first day of summer, and it's a beautiful day. So the other day, this was probably the day after I filmed the previous vlog, got all this stuff, I decided to come out here and keep messing with it. And, I'm trying to get this line hooked up to the pump right here. It's supposed to go right beside my return line, which is here. And I'm just noticing that, I can kind of tell why it's not going in. It's just a little it's just a little off as far as where the bend is. So little by little, I was trying to bend it with my hands to get it to fit. And sure enough, before I know it, the line doesn't look the way it's supposed to anymore. And trying to bend it back, well, I gave it a nice kink by accident. So it must have gotten bent there too many times. So this is, in my opinion, no good now, because all the pressure sending through there in that kink, that's not gonna go well. So yeah, I basically ruined this brand new line. Now it was an aftermarket line, and I wasn't happy with it to begin with, even though it kind of routed through the back and stuff a lot better than my whole return line system, which you can't see from here, but it's up or underneath the car. And yeah, this is no good now. So I'm gonna have to order the official AC Delco line, because like I said, this line here, this AC Delco line, seems to be fitting just right. It's going down there. I didn't tighten the rubber hose on there yet, because I wanted to make sure to wait before all of that stuff was done. I forgot I didn't have this completely tightened, so I'll have to tighten these down. We need a new sending line now. Just one more setback that is going to be taking place. Now, putting that line in was a breeze when all of this engine was completely torn apart. Had easy access to the back firewall toward the rack, and I was able to get it laid down properly. But look, we have the engine put back together, and how are we gonna do this? This is why I think it's gonna make for an interesting video. Well, if you look down here, way down there, there's our fittings. I need that back one. That one way in the back there. So I guess from the looks of it, maybe I may be able to actually do it from the bottom of the car. That's the exhaust pipe right there, going up, down beside it. So maybe I can get it from there. Or if that's too deep from there, I'm probably gonna have to tear some stuff out over here. Probably not a whole lot. Maybe just the air snorkel tube right here, which is a pain to take off and put back on. So I don't know. Not really able to wedge my hand through this narrow opening. Even if the snorkel's off, the exhaust crossover pipe is right there also. But probably work past that. But I think the snorkel would have to come off, and maybe it could be done. But from this angle, I may have to take both lines off, because I don't know if I'll be able to reach the back one without there being something on the front, or the first line. I'm not really dressed to go under the car right now, so I'm not going to do this now. But if I take the tire off too, maybe I have another vantage point. Actually, maybe I could wedge the camera back there behind the tire. And oops. Well, there. I think there's the. That's a side view of it. I think right there, because I think that's the steering gear, maybe right around there, the shaft. So maybe taking the tire off is not going to make that much of a difference, because I think we're right alongside it at this particular vantage point. So yeah, I don't know. I'm starting this video what's today, June 21st. So I'm starting the video today. Honestly, probably not going to be finished for at least another week or two. Probably going to have to wait to get the line. But there are a few other things I'm going to do in this video. I broke this by accident. I think we notated that in the one video, last video about this. And it's basically the thing that holds the lines in place. In this area here, the lines snap into these little openings, and it broke. So I gotta get another one of those because I'm sure that's a very important part. It bolts onto the side of the engine. I believe it's that bolt right there. And I wasn't sure 100% if that bolt goes into a water jacket or not. If coolant will be spewing if I undo that bolt. It's, I think, that one right there. There's the broken plastic on it. Now it's at the very end of the engine. See how it's kind of along that, I don't know, like that casting or whatever. So I'm thinking there's not going to be an issue if we loosen it up and take it off. Tomorrow morning I'm going to be hitting up the junkyard, and we're gonna get another one of those. Hopefully I'll be able to get to one, and maybe I'll try to snag a bottom cover too for this, and the bolt that goes with it, if nobody else has taken them already. But I wonder if it's a 15. What is this? 13? Yeah, it might be a 13. Is it? No, I think it's a 15. So, since we're here, we might as well try to crack this thing off and see if I'm gonna get into some more trouble by doing that, but it doesn't look like it. I asked somebody on my Instagram page for Mike's Vehicle Spotlight if there's a chance that could be related to a water jacket, and they said no, 99% positive, maybe not. And the more I look at it, it doesn't really seem like it. Oh wow, that was not tight unless I really didn't have a good grip on it. No, it's not tight. So if anything's pouring out of this, we're going to find out here in a second. Oh boy. No. No, it does look oily though. But, okay, so there's the other half of that. So what's on the other side of that plug? Is it leaking oil? Let's see. Alright then, so I'll put that bolt back in there. I haven't got on it, so it's okay. But we got that off, so good. Now I know what to expect when I go to the yard and I go to pull the other one. Where did it go? Oh, right there? Okay. Well, I'm no need in tightening it. It wasn't even that tight. So, okay, so we got the other half of that off. I know what to expect now. And we'll go forth with replacing that tomorrow. And maybe while I'm at it tomorrow, also we'll get the other side up off the car. I'll crawl under there and maybe try to even loosen up that line and prepare to get it out of there. You can kind of see the routing of the line at this angle anyway. That curly thing there, that's the return. think that was the return. Yeah, that's the return. So the sending line, I'm sorry my camera's so shaky in this video, goes up and over that way, straight across the top of the rack. And the fittings are, I think those are the fittings right there, maybe. So, but anyway, you get the idea. You guys get the idea. So again, one day at a time, one project at a time. The power steering thing has just been an issue since the day I decided to work on it for the first time. So that's what we're looking at. So I'm out here at the yard today. They have quite a few techs. There were like 6 or 7 of them, I think, on the list that they gave me. I'm at an 02 right now, which happened to have the manual, so I might buy the manual for it, add it to my collection. I was already at an 03, grabbed my my relay box off of it. It still has that piece intact, and it looks good. So I'll take that home. And while I'm here, I was gonna try to see if I could figure out and make note of how these lines are supposed to be. So this will be the side. There's the clip that I'm taking off of this one since it's here. But that's how they're supposed to look. So this is the sender. It's running back. That insulated piece right there, so it curls like this, apparently. And then it runs over the top of the rack, over to the fittings. So that's what this line is supposed to do, apparently. And I thought that's what it did. And then the sender, or the return, runs behind it like I thought. On this one is the factory line still, and then down and around the cradle. Shield's here. I might take this with me too, because I'm missing this shield. So that's something to make note of there. Trying to make note of how it is on the top too, but the sun and how high this is, I can't really see it. But again, return line up at the top there, down there, out of the way of the belt tensioner and stuff. Like perfectly alongside the engine there. So that's what I gotta do with the ones that I'm getting. I found an 04 Rally. The seats are not too bad. It's got the cargo tray in the back. How do you get the cargo tray out if you can't get the lift gate open? Oh well. Other than that, it's pretty basic. Weak hood shocks. There's one right there too. If this doesn't bring back memories of my first car. Only mine was red. I miss my Sunbird. Oh, can't open it. The door's open. 94, same year. Same year as mine. Oh boy. Oh. Yep. Same engine. It was a fun engine. Well, I was thinking about maybe crawling under today and trying to see if I can work with those fittings from under the car. However, there's a severe thunderstorm watch, and I think the storm is probably going to be here momentarily. So I'm going to go get dinner instead. But in the meantime, I didn't really get to show you guys what I got from the yard yesterday. Yesterday's trip was indeed a success. So I did find the bottom half of the fuse block, or you know, the relay center under the hood. The plastic piece that bolts onto the side still intact. I forgot to grab the bolt though, because this box was already loose, so I didn't even think about it, but I'm sure I'll be back there again. No big deal. Here's our power steering line holder. So we did get the line holder. I got some crud or something in there. Have to maybe get rid of that. Maybe it doesn't matter, I don't know. Anyway, so we got that, and I got an elbow, PCV PCV elbow, since mine has the crack. So we'll just snap that on whenever. I'm gonna go eat now. Oh, I also got two other things, which absolutely have nothing to do with restoring the Aztek, but I saw them and I got them anyway, just for the heck of it. And that would be the 2002 Pontiac Aztek Owner's Manual. This one is actually in like excellent condition. So yeah, I found an 02 Aztek manual and just decided to buy it. But I also found the 04 Aztek manual, and this one's a little dirty. It came out of an Aztek that was, the glove box was already torn out of it, and this was actually under the seat. So when I saw that 04 was missing the glove box, I thought maybe the manual was gone, but it was just under the seat. So it's got some you know, some dirt marks and whatnot, but that's okay. So I got two more manuals to basically add to the collection. I already have an 01 and 03 Aztek manual, so I just got to find an 05 at some point, and then I'll have all the Aztek manuals. It's kind of a dark corner, but you can see that the manuals have, you know, consumed one of the shelves here on my bookshelf. There's the 01 Aztek there. This one was in the bag and everything, so that's like a brand new manual. And the 03 manual, which came from my my first Aztek, my 03. So yeah, two more added to the collection. Okay, so it's another late afternoon. I've decided, you know, I'm gonna crawl underneath and see how difficult it might be to reach those lines from the bottom of the car. We can see them from the top, way down there. We've already been over this. So I wonder how easy it's going to be to get to them from the bottom. Crawling under the car that far is by far one of my least favorite things to do, especially with how old this thing is. But I have it on the stands, and if I can see them good enough, then maybe we'll try and get them off, or get the one off anyway. Okay. Maybe I could try to use the camera first. Okay, so we should be seeing them. I can see the new line routed. It's not, doesn't look like it's that high up. And it should be, fitting should be right there. Is that it? I can't tell from this angle. The light's in the way. I think it's right there. I could definitely see the line. Where my head is, I can't see. Try to get a little closer. Okay. Okay. Alright, so there they are. Okay. Huh. It does go a little upwards. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if my ratchet, or my ratchet, can't use a ratchet, my wrench is gonna be able to turn at that point. We don't even have to turn it that much. I just gotta crack it loose and I should be able to use my fingers to twist it off and we could pull the line out. I will be ordering the new line tomorrow. So, and then it goes across there, just like that, and then around, and yeah, you get the drift. But yeah, so it's right there. Okay, so it's accessible. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it with whatever tools I have. Yeah, it's like kind of upward, you know. It's not like it's right there. You gotta work for it a little bit. I forget what size it is, so maybe I'll grab some wrenches. I think it was an 18, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I'll have to see. So I'm probably not gonna be able to film it, but I'm gonna try to see if I can crack it off and get it loose so I can get it out of there. Well, as to be expected, the underside, you're real close to it, but you can't get well, at least I can't get a proper wrench in there. So as of right now, it's looking like I might just have to take the air snorkel off and try to do it from the top, which is something I didn't want to do because the air snorkel is a pain to put back on and such, particularly at this end here. But I think that's what I'm going to have to do, and I might have to undo both lines from up here, but I can't get any kind of wrench up there. Now maybe from the bottom we can take it off the rest of the way, but I need something, I need room to crack it open basically to get them off there. But from here I might have to undo both lines because the return line is in front of the line that we need. So both of those are gonna have to come off. So we're gonna unplug the mass airflow sensor and this back ventilation, crankcase ventilation tube has to come out of here also. Hopefully we're not going to pull it out of the back valve cover. It doesn't come off from there yet. Oh, it probably did. Oh well. Oh, and then air temp sensor, I think is what this one is. It's a little tough because this throttle body thing's in the way. There we go. Alright. Now we need a flathead. I guess we'll undo those two clamps. Well, I'm going to do it from down here. Or I could take the, well, no. I don't know what I'm doing. This thing is such a pain to get on. I don't know, unless I'm the only one who has a hard time with it. But trying to get the snorkel onto the throttle body is a huge pain in the butt. It comes off pretty easy, but I have a problem. It keeps snagging on the something toward the bottom. It's like oddly shaped. Maybe I will just take it off from here if I can. If I don't gotta remove other items, I think it's just these two clips on this. Just take the whole thing off. It's so tight. Well, with that off, now I honestly don't know if that's going to make that much of a difference or not. You know, I do believe the proper way to remove these power steering lines is by actually either dropping the rack or the cradle from the car with the engine and stuff attached. Just undo the whole thing, let it fall. But I think that's what a dealership told me one time. The car is up high too, so I mean, I guess I can get my hand down in there. It's just a matter now if I'm gonna get the angle to loosen those or not. I'm already not looking forward to putting that back on. It's awful. It's an awful thing to do. Alright, good news. So from the top, I got the return out of the gear. I tried jumping to the back one, but the wrench wasn't allowing me to turn. It's an 18. I thought it was an 18. That's gonna be a treat trying to get back in there. I put the car back on the ground because it was actually easier to get to these. So now, and this was a tedious task because I had to keep turning the wrench around. Oh, please tell me. Oh, they're in the brake torque on this one. Ooh. I know you guys can't see anything, but I'm down there. Let's see, turn it this way. Okay, it's on there. Oh boy, that's tight. I don't know. Dang. I don't have much room to push it upward either. Let's see. Alright, so I've been out here for quite a while. I ended up doing the same thing I did to the other one. I took it off and used the hacksaw. I don't know how I got this fitting on there so tight because I can't budge it, even with the socket. Now, I also had more room and I could use my black pipe to loosen it, but I can't do that because of all the stuff in the way. But regardless, so let's try to remove this stupid line because it is useless to me now. It's never even been used. It wasn't fitting right and we kinked it up. I need this. This is from mine. There should be another one, but it might be somewhere else right now. It was like a little bit of fluid made its way through it when the pump was, you know, churning with it. But that is useless now. So now all I gotta do is get the fitting out of there. And I'm probably not gonna do that tonight. It's getting late. Change of plans. I think I got it. I was somehow able to get the black pipe onto the socket. I think I got it. Yeah, we got it. He's good at finding worms. There must be babies nearby. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe I ruined that line. I don't know how loose this is turning out, but let's see if I can turn it by hand now. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. There it goes. Yep. Alright, so the entire thing came out. Okay, that's done. Now we just gotta get the new line. Alright everyone, well, the line is off. We gotta get the new one. But I'm gonna wrap this vlog up because I'm tired of dealing with the power steering stuff, and you guys are probably sick of it too. So when the new one comes, I'm not going to document the exact process of how to put it on, because I'm sure it's just going to be the exact same thing that we did, only backwards. I might have to try to mess with it from the bottom of the car, and then I might have to try to maybe do all the tightening up on top with the fittings and stuff, but trying to route them from the bottom may not be that bad, and then trying to get them to sit and maybe start to hand tighten them a little bit, then go back up to the top and try to tighten it with the wrench. That's what my plan is going to be, and hopefully it all works out. So that's it for this vlog. Hopefully the next Aztek vlog that you guys will see will be the radiator change, because I am ordering the radiator soon also. So I'm going to order the steering line and the radiator at the same time, and before the radiator gets here, we might just start tearing the cooling fans and the old radiator out, and just maybe start going about that process. So that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Also check out teespring.com/stores/Mike's Vehicle Spotlight for all of your MVS and vlog merchandise. And that's really all that I got for today, guys. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you again so much for watching. Take care.